See the weight you carry it, it's pulling you down. You're running from the pain, but it keeps coming around. The hurt is on your face. You are more than this. God is reaching out for you. In His love you exist. You are not your trauma. You are not your pain. God can heal you and make you whole again. You're more than the scars. Hold on to Him. He will set you free. Just trust in Him. You try to hide the tears, but they won't stop flowing. The silence is loud in your heart. Your spirit feels alone. God is writing a new story. He will change your fate. It's never too late for His love to elevate. You are not your trauma. You are not your pain. God can heal you and make you whole again. You're more than the scars. Hold on to Him. He will set you free. Just trust in Him. Lift up your hands, let His love pour down. Every tear you cry, He will catch and drown. You don't have to fight alone. God will walk with you. He will lead you home in His love. You're true. You are not your trauma. You are not your pain. God can heal you and make you whole again. You're more than the scars. Hold on to Him. He will set you free. Just trust in Him. The chains that hold you, God will break them apart. The battles you're fighting, God will give you a new start. Give Him all your burdens, let Him carry your load. Trust Him with your heart, He will guide your road. You are not your trauma. You are not your pain. God can heal you and make you whole again. You're more than the scars. Hold on to Him. He will set you free. Just trust in Him. You are not your trauma. Let His love pour down. Every tear you cry, He will catch and drown.
You are not what you think you
don't
are.
have to fight alone.
Those challenges, those temptations, the traumas, and that thing that is pissing you off. You're not that thing. You're something different. In fact, the book of Psalms 37 verse 24 says that those who trust in the Lord shall never remain down. The Lord will always raise them up again. Amidst those difficulties of life right now, trust in the Lord, because if you trust in the Lord, you won't last being down. You won't last in that setback. You won't last in that failure. You won't last in that thing pissing you off. The inspiration of the soul.
You've been putting in work when nobody sees, planting seeds in silence, watering dreams, smiling through pain, still showing up. Even when life keep calling your bluff, they don't know what it costs you to stay in the race. The prayers you whispered with tears on your face, but you never folded, never sat still. That kind of faith gon' break through for real. Your time coming, I feel it in the wind. All that grind, all that pain, about to turn to winds. Every no you heard, God gon' flip to yes. Every closed door was just a divine test. So keep going hard, don't slow down, yeah. You ain't worked this long just to have regrets. You about to rise like you always knew. overdue. You kept showing love even when they switched. Kept walking light when life got dark quick. You poured into others while running on E. But baby, breakthrough coming, just wait and see. You ain't crazy, you chosen. God saw the night you were broken. He kept receipts on every try, and he gon' bless you right on time. Your time coming, stay in position. The table's turning in your favor, no permission. They gon' act like they always knew, but only you and God knew what you've been through. So chin up, don't let the pressure lie. Diamonds form when you don't quit the fight. It's closer than it's ever been for you. Your time coming, let 'em move. Yeah. You ain't invisible, you just being built. Every scar, every tear is strength, not guilt. It's your season to shine, your name in lights. You paid your dues, now claim your rights. Your time coming, believe that truth. Everything they said you couldn't do gon' come through. So don't hold back, don't lose hope. This the moment God gon' help you float. From pressure to power, from silent to loud, from overlooked to making him proud. Keep showing up, you already grew. Your time coming, and it's due.
Your time coming, beautiful song for your good inspiration, beautiful lyrics and beautiful words within that song. I love a part that says that everything that they said you won't become, time will come that you will outshine and you will shine above those things. In fact, that is the reason why they say it's the people you can't imagine that do the thing you cannot imagine, that despise you. They're like, you can never shine. It's that person that has never shined that will shine again. And in today's Inspiration of the Soul, in a later while, we shall be talking about how you can get chosen from the many to be the outstanding. Let's say you studied with thousands and thousands in class or in a particular school. But you realize that later on, years to come, it's all a few people who will shine. Now, we are continuing with spared for a calling. If you truly believe that you have been spared up to this 2026, I guess the reason why you might have been spared is because God wants to make you become someone who is going to outshine, someone who is going to outstand, someone who will be used in becoming the one over the millions or thousands or hundreds. That is basically what we are going to be talking about in today's Inspiration of the Soul. Recently, about 2 weeks ago, we started a series called Spared for a Calling. And we believe each and every one of us has got a calling in life. Each and every one of us has got a purpose he or she must play in life. And we believe that there are other things that has to be fulfilled, which has not yet been fulfilled either. And we believe we have been spared for those calling, those purposes we hold, and we have been spared for the fulfillments which hasn't been met yet. And we are trying to understand why would have God spared us up to this very time. We discovered that in the first episode, and today, in the second episode, right, recently, we spoke about also how we can let everything we have been spared for come to pass. Of course, there are a lot of assurance, there are a lot of promises, there are a lot of things we feel like we need to accomplish as we still live. But now we discovered how can we get to accomplish that, in that we are under the theme, spared for all to come to pass. And we believe that as all will come to pass, it's not by our making, but it's through the mightiness of the Lord. And in today's edition, we want to speak about the one out of the many. There are very many people living on earth. There are very many people you went with at different schools in different levels. There are very many people in your community. Equally, there are very many people in your families. Your family has got very many family members. But have you ever wondered why only a few of those family members get to shine? Have you ever wondered why out of the 10 people in that family, only one person is chosen for something better in life? Have you ever wondered that? Well, if that is one thing you've ever thought of, the inspiration of the soul today will help us to understand this in two full depths. I need you first to reflect on something in life, most especially the angle of you being that one individual who has the potential, who has been chosen by God to become the outstanding person of that family. You know, we are trying to rewrite the destinies of our families. Well, those are just emotions. But I guess there's one thing we need to understand besides emotions or being motivated by such words. There's something different and special about that. Well, eons of time ago, I guess, you sat in a school, a class, or maybe had friends who were very many. But 10 years later, you get to realize that out of the 100 people, you were knowing of them while at school, most of them, you have no clue of where they are. A few, you have a clue of where they are, but there are situations in life you can testify. It's now homework for you. And you'll get to find out that out of that 100, only a few people are shining. This thing pisses people off. I don't know whether you have also encountered such kind of emotions. In that, you were in a class of 100. But out of the 100 is only one person who is shining of all those 100. Leave along the class performance. We are not talking of the real world experience. And you get to ask yourself, why is it that way? If that is your case, the inspiration of the soul is here for you. In most cases, we have been wondering why we have been spared, even when we feel like we are not worth. There are situations in life that comes and makes us feel like it was better for us to die than to live. We often feel that. And you get to ask yourself, if I am out of this 100, I'm not that shining person, I'm not becoming that person I was supposed to be, I'm not getting in real life what was needed for me to get. You know, I have not grabbed any opportunity worth changing my life. And you wonder for yourself, why have God even still spared you, yet you don't see any good thing in you? There could be a reason, dear. If that is your situation, there could be a reason, a solid reason. And you are being spared so that in the next future to come, you become that one individual who will shine. Out of the 100 you knew of, God has spared you so that you can become part of the people who will be shining as well in the future time to come. Those who are going to outstand, those who are going to be the key influential people in your families. The Lord has spared you for that. But there is also a precaution. It's not just an assurance that it's going to be that way. There's a procedure of how it will be. There are complex issues which will determine whether you will be that someone. Let's first get to analyze. Sometimes we say maybe we are condemned already. We don't deserve the best in life. We are just living because life has given us the opportunity to live again. Yeah, I agree. In fact, I one time asked a pastor about this, and he told me that there are people who have already been condemned from the beginning. And he quoted for me the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 4, of which the first phrase of that verse says that for certain people or for certain individual were condemned as it was written ages ago. But also the writer or the author of this text was meaning also a different thing, but this person was interpreting it also in a different way. I don't want to dig deep into that, but I want to use this text to reflect on the many lives of people who are thinking that their life has been condemned already right now. They feel like their life is part of what has been defined by this verse. It's the wrong thing. Now let's get into the real business. Why we have been spared to become that shining person, that outstanding person out of the many. You remember the story of David. Out of the 8 brothers, he was chosen. Not because he was old enough, but because he was doing something special, which made God choose him for a purpose of shining. And also, we remember the story of people like Joseph, who was spared for a calling, a purpose, a fulfillment. From all the challenges and temptation he went through, the suggestion of him being killed, being sold as a slave, being in prison while in Egypt, and all the challenges he went through, just like the many challenges you might be going through right now. But still God spared him amidst all those challenges so that he can become someone who will shine and help the family members. And that could be the same case for you. Do you believe that? Yeah. You are going through challenges right now. To some extent, maybe even your family members does not consider you. But you shouldn't define that as something which has taken your life already. Don't say that your life has been condemned to only live within that same arena. But through those hardships, just like Joseph went through, you are being spared so that you can become someone in the future time that will bring happiness and joy to the same people who are giving you that hardship or challenges. I guess I'm clear here. But when we are being spared to outshine, when we are being spared to be that very one person out of the many, there is something we need to do also. The book of Psalms, chapter 89, verse 27 says, I will make him my firstborn, the highest of all the king of earth. That was now God after him choosing David. When the Bible says a firstborn, this does not necessarily mean that you are the firstborn. No, it means the relationship you have between your parents. Someone could be the secondborn, the fourthborn, the fifthborn, or even the lastborn, but still will be considered by the parents as the firstborn, in that they will have the privileges of everything the family has, compared to you who might be the firstborn, but only in names. Okay? And this terminology of firstborn, God choosing you as a firstborn, it means that God is choosing you as someone who should outstand, someone who should get all the privileges of life, and someone that will be made a king over the others. Now, this does not necessarily mean you need to have power or to be bragging. It means that God would have spared you up to this time, amidst your challenges, so that in the later time, you get to stand for these other people. I guess we can now understand the reason why we have been spared, even amidst the challenges. And when we are being spared, this means that we need to have a special relationship with God, because this is the only password to getting whatever we want to get in life. We being spared means also that you are not your troubles. You are not what you're going through. You are not what you think you are. You are someone different, and God is seeing you in a different way than what you're seeing on your own perspective. Yes, you say you're condemned already. You say you are not going to get anything better. You say for you are not going to get married at all. That is just what you think about yourself. But God also thinks of something different. about you. That is a point to take. And also, you get to know that it's the people you can't imagine that become the people you'll never imagine. Let me repeat this. It's the people you cannot imagine that becomes the people you couldn't imagine. They couldn't imagine you could be this outstanding person out of the hundreds. It's like when you've met someone you've studied with, you can imagine, is he the one? I mean, is he the one I used to know as dull in the class? It's the people you cannot imagine. Right now you cannot imagine that you can be someone, but it's not that thing.